darkness is returned to our world. To preserve it, you must be willing to fight.
World of Warcraft Legion. Play the Demon Hunter now. Rated T for teen.
Well folks, the Battlefield beta has come and gone. We've had some amazing moments and some questionable design choices with our time in the beta. We shot, stabbed, crashed, blew up, and rode our way to victory or close defeat. And so, to sum it all up, here are the 5 things we've learned in Battlefield 1's open beta. In past Battlefield games, it felt like the air game was an open range for a select few. From fighter jets to attack choppers, many Battlefield vets felt left out of the fun, either because of the lack of aircraft balancing or the wide gap between casual pilots and seasoned aces. Battlefield 1 solves this problem thanks in part to the era in which the game takes place. World War I aircraft were fast back in their time, however here they're slow enough to control and pack the right amount of firepower to allow both casual and hardcore fans jump right into the cockpit and take to the air with little worry of feeling overpowered by other pilots who may have more flight time than them. This makes all the difference since, let's face it, when you're attacked from the air, the first thing you want to do once you jump back in is get your own aircraft so you can shoot that SOB right out of the sky. What Battlefield 1 nails in the air, they at times unfortunately crash and burn when it comes to character classes' loadout choices. The medic, for example, was gifted with hard-to-control / insane recoil semi-automatic rifles, but then given a powerful late-game unlock grenade launcher. Odd weapon choices given the fact that past medic classes in Battlefield games' main purpose was to save lives, not blow shit up. Another odd choice was giving the Assault class practically all the explosives, from 2 grenade types, one for infantry and one for armor, and also 2 the C4 charges. The Assault class in a nutshell is the only class suited for taking down armored vehicles one-on-one, which makes some of the heavy vehicle-based maps feel extremely one-sided to a particular class. Overall though, for the most part, the remaining classes do feel balanced, with Scouts dialed in well for the long-range role, and Support class bringing the traps and cover fire for their teammates. With plenty of time remaining before the final release, here's hoping that EA plans to spread out some of those neat perks and explosives among the other classes. For the first time in recent memory for me, there isn't a single vehicle in Battlefield 1 so far that doesn't have its own unique feel, and most importantly, ass-kicking firepower to knock your enemies into next Tuesday. Everything from the trench tanks to the artillery tanks and even the horses all serve a very important role and purpose on the battlefield. Every vehicle can be used to push the lines forward or hold them depending upon the position and of course the driver or drivers on board. For past Battlefield games, most of the vehicles were used to get to point A to point B, but here, they're used in a much more fulfilling role, and it's just so satisfying racking up the kill count on board one of these things, especially the horse. Level evolution has always been a benchmark in the Battlefield games since Bad Company 1, and here it lives on in a whole new fashion. Full building destruction, shell craters aka foxholes have been given new life here. Not since Bad Company 2 have I ever been drawn into the world that is Battlefield 1. I can't tell you how many times I used craters for foxhole cover from heavy machine gun fire, or punched holes through multiple buildings in order to tackle a well-guarded objective on the other side. Everything seems to be handled with care here than in previous Battlefield games. It just feels like EA finally listened to the screams of Battlefield vets like myself, asking for the return of full destruction on maps. That being said, I'm really hoping that any city-style maps will be handled with the same destructive force as the alpha and beta maps have shown. This final add into the series may or may not be a big hit with Battlefield fans later down the road. However, it is due to be mentioned that the behemoth vehicles that spawn in for the losing team to help turn things around play a big part in the game's dynamics. From towering zeppelins to heavy armored trains, these vehicles spawn in when needed to help the losing team crawl back into the fight. Most importantly though, in the right hands of a squad, these things can lay waste to all comers, ranking up the kill count and making those objectives a lot easier to capture. Many players feel these things, although cool to look at and control, are not needed in Battlefield, while others welcome the new add-ons into the franchise as a fresh take, say on Conquest mode, that many felt needed a good kick in the pants to draw new players in. Either way, time will tell if this gamble of new terror vehicles will be welcomed with open arms or cast aside like an old gum wrapper. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my 5 top things we learned from Battlefield 1's open beta. It's a sad day that the beta had to end, but for me, I couldn't be more pumped to jump back into the trenches and take to the air again once the full release hits. Did you have any thoughts about the changes in the beta, good or bad? Or did you feel the classes were balanced or unbalanced in any way? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below, and until next time, I'll see you all on the battlefield.